Hello YouTube, how is everyone doing? Professional here. Welcome back to my playthrough of Ace Attorney Investigations. I hope that you guys are enjoying this series. And here we are going to finally take down Alba once and for all. So the final testimony, Kirkus Alba. Let's do it here. If you guys are enjoying this series, do drop a like. It does help a lot. March 15, 3:33 a.m., Theatrum Neutralis lobby. And I'm recording this at 3 a.m. also. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more.
As if there is anything else for me to testify about.
I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Kochin. Well, I would like to hear about your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you could tell us about what you did here at the Theatrum Neutralis.
Very well. I suppose I could tell you about that. Because about all I did was watch the Steel Samurai stage show.
Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place, for that is the key to this investigation. The Steel Samurai show.
I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience. It was hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them.
So you were in the theater proper watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you?
Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai.
Hey, yeah! I was pretty cool up there, wasn't I? You're not the one who was cool. It's the Steel Samurai who was cool. Yeah, and the Steel Samurai's special finishing move today was really something, huh? Hey, Edgy! Who is she? Who is a super cute girl? Oh no, Larry. She's been standing here this whole time and only now he notices her? Her name is Kay Faraday, and she's helping me in my investigation. Sorry, I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never. Yes, okay, I'm Larry, but... Silence in the peanut gallery. There's no time for such trivialities at a time like this. Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle. You got that? I know. This is the end. For that man there. That's the kind of thing I like to hear. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. That's the first time he's actually said Mr. Edgeworth. I leave this critical battle up to you. Mr. Edgeworth. Have no fear, I will finish the job. This really is the end game. The time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies. And when this music plays, this is the final testimony.
I watched in the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience.
Hold it!
The last row, I should think that an ambassador would have had special seating reserved.
I wanted my staff to enjoy a Steel Samurai show as well, so I gave up all of the good seats for them. It was enough for me to simply see him.
Hey, the Steel Samurai wasn't the only hero. Let's not forget about the Pink Princess here.
My dear madam, if you continue to thrust about like that, your hip may be getting hurt again.
Oh my! Well, aren't you the considerate person when you want to be? But this young butterfly is on the side of Edgy Poo. So you can spare me the flirtatious come-ons. Wow, he's completely frozen. In frustration, perhaps, I dare say she can be one rather trying opponent. In any case, Mr. Alba, can you actually prove to us that you were watching the show?
I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose.
Hold it!
Are you admitting, then, that you have no way of proving to us that you were watching?
Quiet! You're buzzing my ears like a pesky little fly. If you don't wish to listen quietly until the end of what I have to say, then perhaps you should pack up and get out of my way. I see that you're willing to be a bit more receptive now. Well, it's true that it may be difficult to prove that I was in the audience. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you?
Hold it!
Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself.
That's nice.
Oh, wait a second. Wait. Hey, hang on. Because he bent it, Larry couldn't do the early summer rain jab special attack. And if he says that, all we need to ask him is did the Steel Samurai do that special attack? And if he says he did, then we know that his alibi is out because Larry wasn't able to do it. That's nice. Miles Edgeworth, don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture. I wasn't planning to let him. Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here. And don't you think that climatic scene of today's show is just totally awesome?
Yes, I remember that well. And a spectacular special move. The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate, early summer rain jab. Oh, that scene will live on in my heart forever.
Is that how it went? Hey, I totally forgot about that. Because of course you did, Larry, because you're an idiot. How can you forget your own special moves? That's a special attack the Steel Samurai uses when he's using the Samurai Spear.
Yes, today was the first time they showed it off, was it not? If I hadn't watched the show, then how could I answer you with the name of the move?
I suppose you are correct, but if you could please elaborate on this point for me.
One of the scenes was his never-before-seen early summer rain jab move.
Because he bent it, Larry couldn't do the early summer rain jab special attack, the spear. Larry's stupidity is going to be Ambassador Alba's undoing. That's hilarious.
Objection!
The special move today was the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer?
You little irritating Matt. Do you think you can trip me up by asking the same question over and over?
That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this.
The Samurai Spear? What about it?
This spear actually never made it on stage today.
Excuse me?
Heh. Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with evidence of useless hot bloodedness. Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Okay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai special move was tonight? It was the Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. He's done. He's done. His alibi's broken. Correct, because he couldn't use the spear, a last-minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known the move that was used. Kirkus Alba, you didn't watch even a single minute of the Steel Samurai stage show tonight, did you? So if he wasn't watching the show tonight, then it opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Mr. Kojin instead. So where were you during the show? I demand an answer now. He's gonna try to weasel his way out of this too. Just what is so funny?
You're so sloppy, and so are your conclusions. I still insist that I watched the show, or most of it in any case.
What do you mean by most of it?
You see, during the show I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. I assumed that was when the dramatic scene was played out on stage.
Ugh, he's gonna try to get out of this.
That's the lousiest, lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life, pal.
Just because he got the name of the move wrong. We can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all.
As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I didn't want to watch the entire show, honest.
As a Steel Samurai fan, for someone who wasn't even in his seat for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan ever. Who? What? Who was that just now? It will be I, young lady. Larry, what are you doing interrupting me like that? Edgy! Please hold on for a sec, I beg. You may never accept this old man as a Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's a Steel Samurai maniac.
What exactly is a Steel Samurai, pal?
I believe he meant to say Steel Samurai maniac. Yeah, and trust me, I know a real fan when I see one because I'm the Steel Samurai. I will never acknowledge you as a true Steel Samurai. What are you getting so worked up over, Mr. Edgeworth?
It appears the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan. As well as he should, for I am a fan. It's not as though I missed the entire show. It was the most amazing show filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart.
The sarcasm dripping from his long wooden nose couldn't run any thicker. Getting the name of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Something that links Mr. Alba directly to the murder of Mr. Manny Kochin. You know what, Gramps? You're really something else.
I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for?
Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain jab. That move is a bit of a secret that only a small portion of the staff knew about. Wait, it was a secret? Larry, wait, what did you just say? Huh? Did I say something stupid again? Did you say that the early summer rain jab was actually secret? Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It's more like we only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show. Right before? Yeah, the stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to be debut the move. About 5 minutes before the show, we threw it up on the dressing room whiteboard. Early summer rain jab. That's kind of how we decided the name of the move. But by that time, I already bet the steer, so I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless. All of you Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy. Long story short, because we changed the move to the sushi slash, we kind of pretended that the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it a secret. But basically, a gag order was issued for publicity's sake. It almost makes the early rain jabs sound like a lost art. Yeah, which is why I thought most of the staff haven't even heard of the move.
Hold those lips to yours still.
What the heck, old man?
I've done nothing but listen, and from what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case.
No, it's very related. That room where the white board was, it proves that Alba was in that room, if he read the board.
It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise and wasting time, much like a kid's show.
Mr. Alba, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you.
How dare you?
I suspect that you've already noticed exactly what the very severe implications are in this man's testimony.
Ha! So now you're trying to bully me, huh? There are no implications to be made, to be read into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show.
Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this, Kirkus Alba. You were the one who said it yourself that the name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab. But that name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start.
So, just what are you driving at?
That the name of the move, you told us, was never used in the show or said aloud. Now then, would you care to tell us about how you found out the name of the move? Because I can only think of one way you could have known. Kirkus Alba, this is the only way you could have known the name of the special move. You saw it. He saw it. He was in the same room. No, he didn't think it up. He didn't ask about it. No, he saw it. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it in the dressing room's whiteboard. The staff members who knew were keeping it a secret. So you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked, was he killed in the staff room? Which means that the only other option left is that you saw on the whiteboard. So that means that Mr. Alba was in there at some point, right?
Well, what's the big deal, sir? I don't see what that means.
There's another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room. So we can't afford to let this slide. This is related to both the dressing room and to Mr. Kochin's murder. What is? This is related to both the dressing room and Mr. Kochin's present for embassy staff. Mr. Oldbag pick an 8 from the dressing room? No. Steel Samurai pushed us to Alba from the dressing room. There's blood inside. The pushcart. The pushcart was in the dressing room. That's where he put Kochin's body in.
Take that!
The pushcart that was used to move the body was right there in the dressing room. During the show, the pushcart awaited its turn to be pushed on stage in the dressing room. And it was finally pushed there along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. And then right after the show ended, it went into Alabas along with the Steel Samurai. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage. So basically, the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show. Precisely. Oh, but wait. What if, and this is just a what if the murder took place right in the dressing room?
Well, what do you mean, Kay?
I have to admit, she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people. Slipping undetected into a private dressing room then would be as simple as pie. The killer must have come up with the idea to move the body with the pushcart, then too. Correct, thus making the theater's dressing room the ideal location for the murder of Manny Kochin. Turkish Alba, during the show, you went down to the dressing room. And I want to know why.
Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room.
I knew it! I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal. You got that? Arrest. Yeah, arrest him, dumb shit.
Not so fast.
What is it now?
Do I deserve a chance to explain myself?
No, you've had your chance. Explain, what is there to explain?
I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did.
Oh, great.
I wanted to ask for directions when I opened the dressing room door. No one was inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard.
You punk. Still trying to get out of this. Do you really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do to stop him? Don't have enough evidence on hand to do anything. I don't have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps. Agent Lang, I believe an investigation of the dressing room is in question is in order. It's possible that we may find new evidence there. Yeah, if Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there, I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal. Oh, and if we use Little Thief, we may even learn something from a recreation. We don't need to do any of that. What? Wolfie, how could you? I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. My men really are something else. And they found nothing. There's only one thing I can say to you, sis, is that they found nothing, that's it. I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would have reported it to us, but she can use Little Thief, though.
They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find.
And if there's no info to feed into Little Thief, then I can't do much to help either. Yeah, that's true. Is this the end? The murder took place in this theater, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights. And the fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Alba walks away a free man. Is there no other course of action left to us?
It would appear that your hand of cards turned out to be a bust. Now, if you will excuse me. Because of you people, I missed my flight. Now I must make haste to arrange for a new one.
Who is this time? Hold it right there, you whippersnappers! What? Oldbag? First Larry, and now you? What is with that scary mobster-like scowl on your face, Edgy Poo? Don't treat me like I'm sort of nuisance. I've been meaning to say this, but all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're all leaving this lady in this sad, depressing, lonely dust, and I'm about to cry in. Why did you have to speak up right at this instant? But you know what, Edgy Poo? Cheer up! Because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing. The most wonderful thing? From you? It's so super special that I couldn't give it away to just anyone, you know? Ah, my special personal bluff, my sweet Edgy Poo. Are you ready? Is it that food? That hot dog box? It's this. It's... I knew this would come in handy later, but what exactly? It's a box of those samurai dogs, right? Yeah, so Edgy Poo, here, go and eat one, and you'll feel as right as rain. Everyone's like, what the hell?
Are we through here?
Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? Edgy Poo! Tell me you understand the depths of this lady's love for you. I'm not one to hand out snacks willy-nilly, you know. No, sir. The thought occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you and made you were nice and full. One day it's my dream to serve you some of my own homemade food. I mean, isn't the desire of every woman to make sure that their beloved never goes hungry? And that's what I want to experience. When telling one thing ago, they used to make the most delicious meal. You prove hard to start in the kitchen. Mr. Edgeworth, can you do anything about her? There's no power on earth that can force that woman into silence. But I'm so sick and tired of it. All you people do is look down on me. Even this box of samurai dogs played me for a fool. It had a special design on its fan, like the Japanese flag, so I thought it was special. But when I ate one, it tasted just like all the rest. Oh, it made me so mad. Wait, a special box of Maru-like fan on it. That's blood. That's not the Japanese, flag. That's blood. I've never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. However, there it is. The red sun this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? After this show, the samurai dogs were piled up on the dressing room floor. However, there's no such thing as a Maru dog. Taken from the dressing room, the fan's red sun is filled in for some reason. It's blood! This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from the red sun may be just what we needed to point us in the right direction. A present? The studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the pushcarts to move them. Box of samurai dogs were sitting in the pushcart. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Coach in his theater and then placed his body inside the pushcart. Killer placed Coach's body in the pushcart in the dressing room. And then? You forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together. No matter how fragile or small the connections may be. Once we found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. The boxes of samurai dogs were sitting in the pushcart. Taken from the dressing room, the fan's red sun is filled in for some reason. Body in the pushcart. The killer placed Kochin's body into the pushcart in the dressing room. The boxes of samurai dogs were sitting in the pushcart. The killer placed Kochin's body into the pushcart in the dressing room. Blood got on some of them. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. Dogs were put on dressing room floor by the killer to make room for the body. Taken from the dressing room, the fan's red sun is filled in for some reason. Samurai dogs were removed. Dogs were put on dressing room floor by the killer to make room for the body, and blood got on it. That's not a Japanese flag, it's blood. It's Kochin's blood. That which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with Hinomaru on it. If this red sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing samurai dogs from the pushcart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. Wendy Oldbag. I thank you. Oh, she's so happy. What you have given to me is truly something very special. Chee-poo! Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir? Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Kochin in the dressing room.
How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence.
That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it's what will put you away for good.
Ha! You're bluffing.
Oh ho! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found them. You finally found the fangs we need to go after this guy's jugular. So tell us, what about that box of samurai dogs that's going to put the old man away? With trace evidence that will bring him down, why it's here, of course. The blood here. See, this is blood. This box of samurai dogs are Kinomiro Ophanon. This shouldn't have never existed. So I want you to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood. Huh? What?
Blood, you say?
Agent Lang, I'd like this blood analyzed post-haste. I've got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Hey you, get this down to the lab, pronto. But why was there blood on that box to begin with? If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct? Oh, yeah, you have a great memory, Edgy. That pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? So to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart. If what Larry says is true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor? I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart. Exactly, and that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box. But when my men investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Because embassy staff members had already confiscated them. Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder. It's a good thing Miss Oldbag managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Miss Oldbag also managed to put this great thief to shame. What a scandalous way of putting that! I didn't steal, I received it for myself. Kirkus Alba, I'd say this was one very fatal oversight on your part.
Sorry to rain on your little love fest, however.
How can he be so self-confident in a no-win situation for him like this?
Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Cochin, then what?
Huh? So, Mr. Edgeworth, it sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh? This guy is so, this guy will not give up no matter what. He will make excuse after excuse after excuse. The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room.
And? You say that like it means something.
Huh? Excuse me, sirs. Report! What were the results of the analysis? Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood. I knew it, with this Kirkus Alba.
Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question.
Your question?
The one from before, or have you forgotten? Here, that is Mr. Coach's blood. What difference will it make?
Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was that dressing room.
But it doesn't prove that I'm your killer, does it?
That's... He has a very good point. The blood in that box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba is the killer. Then, this evidence, it's meaningless. That can't be! We're so close, sir. Oh my god, I hate this guy so much. I want to smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's got to be something we can do. We finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can expose with it. Ugh! I can't think of a single thing.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
Who's now?
Who is that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now.
It wasn't me, pal. And it wasn't me this time either. It wasn't me either. It was me. Who? Why did you? Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. The forensics guy did the whole thing. There's more? What? Hurry up and spit it out. Yes, sir. That's blood I mentioned. It's not of the same blood type as the victim's blood. What? No. What? It's not the victim's blood. I know whose blood it is. It's Alba's blood. This is what the blood is from. This. Ambassador Alba's wound. Ambassador Alba claims as proof he was stabbed by Damask too, so it's justified defense. No, Mr. Cochin probably stabbed him. That's what probably happened. He somehow got the knife from him and then stabbed him. And it was Alba's blood. It's Alba's blood. It's from the wound.
What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who the hell's is it?
I don't know, sir. All I know is that it's not the same blood type as victim, sir. What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore. Neither do I. This case is turning into a giant mess.
My one amusing turn of events.
No, this is actually good. This is good. Because it's proof that, it was Alba who was there.
That blood drop proved something to be true, alright? Namely, my words.
No, it's actually gonna be your undoing. And which one of your words would that be?
The ones where I said, your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got into that box long before it entered my embassy.
What sort of nonsense? Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder.
So you would like to believe. What if someone preparing the samurai dogs saw a small nosebleed? What then?
I guess that's possible.
Damn it! Have we been wasting our time on a red herring?
No, it's not. It's the key.
The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clear enough.
Kirkus Alba, you bastard!
Oh, that's probably one of the first times I've heard somebody curse in the Ace Attorney series.
Silence! Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I've wasted enough time here with you, and you have your answers. Now let me through.
Alba, it doesn't matter where you run off to, you'll never escape me. Someday, I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you, you'll see. And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see to it that that day comes.
Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of a mutt.
Ooh!
Is this really the extent of all that we can do? Is this blood, the blood from someone completely unrelated to the case? Or is there another possibility? Someone else other than the victims? When I thought I had him backed into a corner, it is I who had been backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? What would he, who can turn any desperate situation around, do? Turn it around. That's it! I must turn my way thinking around. It's not whose blood is this. It's whose blood could get onto a box like this. And if I think about it that way, if the blood got into the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart, then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at that time. And there's only one person that could be.
Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from center stage. And will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But it's not a total loss, as the other world will allow me more freedom than you'll ever know. Freedom, like what the raven feels, as it flies through the dark night sky. You can't lay your finger on me now. Not now, or ever. The arm of the law is powerless before me.
Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you.
What do you mean?
Allow me to describe you in one word, pitiful.
Pitiful? How so?
Kirkus Alba, your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who was trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you.
Ha! Mere words.
What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth? Just what you think it means, Kay. We'd already caught him in our trap a while back, with an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence.
Hey, Earth Mr. Prosecutor, care to speak in English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence?
The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood. But we know that it's not from the victim. It's Alba's. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all. Miss Von Karma, I believe that is exactly why it's very important to the case. And the part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. You're looking a little pale. Good. Then I believe you're already aware of what I mean.
Then you know who the blood belongs to?
Of course I do. This piece of evidence is irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person. Kirkus Alba.
Take that!
The blood of the red sun on this box belongs to you, Kirkus Alba. What? What? Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs? He's not even a victim. The blood fell onto the box when Mr. Kochin's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer.
So that's what you mean. If the blood doesn't belong to the victim,
then there's only one other person it could belong to. Yes, and that person is the murderer, or himself. That's the only logical conclusion. But Mr. Kochin was the one who was stabbed, sir. Why would Mr. Alba have been the one who was bleeding? What if during the murder, Mr. Kochin had fought back? Yeah, just like I thought. You mean if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Kochin managed to wound Mr. Alba?
yes,
And I believe we have a piece of evidence that proves that he was bleeding then. What is the piece of evidence that shows that Mr. Alba was probably bleeding at the time? This. The wound. This, right here. See this? Ambassador Alba claims as proof he was stabbed by Namas too, so it's justified defense. This. But he was stabbed by Kochin.
Take that!
Mr. Alba, you bear on your body a great wound, and this is the pursuit theme. It's over when this song plays.
That was from when the Mask 2 attacked me with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room. Ah, but is that what really happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as a fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Alba, and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors?
Objection!
You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip by you, no matter how insignificant the possibility.
You're one to talk, Mr. Alba. You've managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as a smuggling ring's leader. No matter the damage, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. You truly are one-of-a-kind criminal.
Objection!
I'm the master of my fear. However, the thing that a person such as you could miss such a large thing.
You believe I overlooked something.
You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Kochin, and that it was caused here in one of the theater's dressing rooms, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, and one that can only have come from a blade. I wonder where you will propose that such a weapon came from.
Ah, this theater was packed with security guards. It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort.
just as Mr. Alba was able to bring in the Alabastian knife in a bouquet. There must have been some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort.
Ah, but as long as you can't prove what that other way is, all your talk about Mr. Coach and stabbing me is pure nonsense. So if that other way does exist, you better hurry and tell me now.
With pleasure.
Wait, what?
This piece of evidence shows us how Mr. Kochin brought a weapon into this theater. The Yatagarasu stole this from the embassy 7 years ago. It is also a knife. Yeah, because it was a key. The Yatagarasu's key. It's gotta be this. Because look. And they wouldn't think anything of it. We discovered this trick 7 years ago, and with it we were able to corner Miss Yu. But who would have thought that I'd see this key again after all this time?
Take that!
Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagarasu's key.
It is that key.
That's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago. And it's very unique, in that it's both a key and a knife. Meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have been easily brought into the theater.
No!
You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped out the blood and placed it in the back of Mr. Kochin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe, there's a document about Kodopian paper signed by Mr. Kochin. In order to make it look like Mr. Kochin died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened that office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Kirkus Alba? It's over. It's over. He's got nothing left. Nothing. He's gonna break down now. He's done. And that is what some may call the coup de grace.
Impossible! You can't take me down. Swine, all of you. Especially Manny Kochin. This is all because of that man's betrayal. He sought to steal the control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as ambassador. Which is why he deserves to die, while bearing the guilt for all my crimes for me. That's why I sent out Yatagarasu's card, and how this incident was born. Manny was supposed to be smuggling ring's leader, who was killed by the Yatagarasu. But I had yet another reason, yet another story that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. And I would have gotten away with it too, if it wasn't for you meddling prosecutors.
That's a reference to Scooby-Doo, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there is one more question I forgot to ask. This country, or Alabas, which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you.
Edgeworth!
March 17, 11:21 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Ooh, this is it, the big day! It's Mr. Alba's trial today. And next week, he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabast. Franziska's heading that one. I suspect she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it. Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir. I don't even want to think of what that would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse. Yeah, and you can imagine this case is very personal for Franziska, and she's gonna make sure that, like, literally, gonna go after him with everything. But, in reality, a prosecutor will not be assigned to a case that that they've been personally attached to. And boy, he looked about as glum as I do to the day before I got my monthly paycheck. You know, I've been thinking. That flight attendant and even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents. Correct. That smuggling ring was the common thread between all of the incidents. Camille was to provide support during smuggling ops, using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor. Oh, you go airlines, and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir? I suspect there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world. Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. What is it, detective? Oh, nothing. It's just, well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Amano's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir. I'm aware of that. Mr. Amano has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amano's group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But all that has come to an end, as his conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society. Well, with the arrest of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano, I guess that about just wraps up the KG8 incident as well, huh? I suppose so. The real killer in the KG8 incident 10 years ago was Manny Kochin. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG8 incident was Macrel. Those two facts are the unshakable truth, however. It seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today. You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir? CCU and Dead Man. Perhaps now, these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Paleno. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you. What? Seriously, sir? Well, wait. Actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them, don't tell me they're just coupons, sir. Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Canopia again, its economy has changed. Really? And it seems that Ambassador Polano has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He has been announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified Canopia. Oh, good for him. I'm actually happy it worked out for Polano in the end. Ah, but what a pity. Even though every item he sent is a treasure, you don't seem all that interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant Kay. Whoa, wait, that's not what I said, so Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir. Actually, come to think of it, where's Kay? How come she's not here? Hey, you gotta be more alert than that. Eek! I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even making Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit. I totally didn't notice you, or realize that voice was you.
Lang Z says ferocious love blooms with each new spring.
Agent Lang, a pleasant surprise to see you here.
It's been a long time since I set foot in the courthouse, but I wasn't going to miss. Watching the guy who screwed up my country finally gets what's coming to him. Well, that and something else. I want to see you in action in court.
Is that so, Agent Lang?
We flushed out all the counterfeit bills, so Zhangfa is finally at peace again. And it's all thanks to you, or so I just want to say, thanks.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to the both of us in this case.
A shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you, prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change. You got that?
I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job.
Yeah, and if there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. But as for me, I'm gonna get that person no matter what.
Alright. It's about time for the trial to start. I will see you later.
I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this.
I prepared a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir. I'll help throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
Hope you've got enough because I'm gonna go call my men up as well.
A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. The scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of this long tale begins. The legend of the great thief, Yatagarasu, is a story of those who chose to dedicate their lives to the pursuit of the truth. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for the defendants they meet. And to that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that is all we prosecutors are, and that is because... Even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I've set foot in one. And today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within me rising.
Objection!
Oh, this is the epilogue. It shows you what happened to a lot of the characters here. I'm really in Mr. Edgeworth's debt for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in the friendly blue skies. Oh, so about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet, and they've become a real sensation. Thanks to the praise the art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern. The airline has chosen me to design their new line of jumbo jets. Just think, someday, you'll be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet. That was hilarious when it happened. Edgeworth! Oh, that rudeness of a rude man! Because of him, my time and money wasted. But more importantly, I received a more fantastic treasure, the permanent statue of the Principality of Cadopia.
It weighs a bit light in my hands, but the ambassador Paleno was most generous.
I wonder if he actually got the real one. He probably got the fake. We finally caught Agent Hicks' killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Alba's teary eyes. It feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work on another case in cooperation with them. However, the Codopia courts await. Codopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there. Is that Mr. Amano there too? This little patrolman has been fired as of today, sir. I thought I was safe since we found the gun I had dropped. But I hadn't noticed that I dropped my police badge too. I guess what really broke the camel's back was that I couldn't find my badge. My little life has suddenly tripped into a dark black hole, sir. I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Ruffles, man. Meekins is such an idiot. I was actually hoping to talk to Mr. Edgeworth a bit more than I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. I've still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth in a case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's going to need all the help I can give him, scientifically. Oh, this is when they're just showing a flashback. Because the kidnapping was staged, I was let off easy. But I won't be going outside much anytime soon, but that's really okay. The only prison I'm forever trapped in is this cage of love. The guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty, he has such a cold look in his eyes, just like that prosecutor. But, stop it, Lauren. When will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love? Gumshoe now here.
It appears that there are all sorts of drama that take place outside the courtroom. Since when our judges are here day in, day out, I've only heard a few rumors, but apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something.
Ooh, I barely escaped death yet again.
Yeah, but boy were we lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh?
Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my security guard job.
Don't let it get you down, Maggie. You still got me.
You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm going to pick myself up and get through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Oh, this is actually kind of fun. Oh, Paleno.
Why not come to Codopia for your summer vacation? We have coupons aplenty. Right now, our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show. Although recreating that particular case has created a few small fires of its own. Then we had a few problems with the fire marshals, but the next event will be great. It will be an attraction entitled Capture the Yatagarasu. Of course, I hope to enlist Kay's help in creating our latest attraction.
Larry. I can't believe that Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Miharu. We're planning to go to Paris soon and start a business. We're going to sell Blue Ocean dogs. They'll sell like hotcakes, hot dogs for sure. A blue hot dog and a blue bun. I guarantee it'll turn your tongue and your face blue. I know I'm not really the type to work a lot, or at all really, but... Oh, so I noticed that I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit at all recently. I wonder what's up. Well, the next time we meet, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs. He's talking about Phoenix, the guy in the blue suit, the main character in most of the Ace Attorney games. I gave testimony in court today, as a member of the Yatagarasu.
Yo, Mr. Bad, you look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed that elements within the ring have begun moving?
They're probably fighting over who should succeed, over who should be the next boss. Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I'd ever heard of that smuggling ring.
Lang Z says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet.
Ah, youth. When did I become so old, I wonder? I've begun noticing the gray hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror.
So is he in jail or not? Executive producer Kenji Inafune. He's no longer with Capcom. He was famous for the Mega Man Legends series, because this... He quit and founded his own studio.
The King Princess and the King Badger, all in the span of 2 days. Talk about busy. Well, it's alright, because I got a letter from my beloved Etchy Poo. Please take care of your head, and when you wish to speak, first take care of your headpiece. What does he mean by that last statement? It's not like I enjoy being under a headpiece every time I see him. I've been some creepy fuzzy pink animal, and then I was the pink princess, a great hero of justice. But ever since the young maiden had to be both stylish but I had to run around to wear my own costume, but even though it just sounds like a terrible idea.
This game came out in 2009, I think it was, when it came out, but it was remastered. So all these graphics are new. March 17, 4:33 p.m. High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202.
Whoop! I feel so much better now that trial's over. As always, your legal prowess was top-notch, sir.
Yeah, and nothing beat the look on Mr. Alba's face when you revealed the ring secrets. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom.
Mr. Edgeworth was always 10 times fiercer in court.
Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they've begun large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Francisca and Agent Lang.
So what are your plans now, Kay?
Oh well, we're taking care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
Are you still trying to steal my job, pal?
Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy.
Phew, what a relief.
Hey. Yes. Even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief? Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagarasu. So I'm going to hold off on doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own.
A 3-person team?
A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me if possible. With those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you need. My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth? The only things I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm gonna work extra hard to make a world where the Yatagarasu isn't needed. Let's both strive for such a future. Well, I guess it's time for me to get going. I see.
Kay, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in. If you could, I'd appreciate it if you came in through the building's front door.
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home has been broken forever.
Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the 3 of us.
Yeah, commemorate the photo. Every big case has to end with one.
No. That's just like Edgeworth. Hey, why not?
Don't tell me you're a camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, of course not, Detective. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm taking a picture now. Hey, come back here.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Stop that, I can't be seen doing that. Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Stay cheese. And thus, the long tale of the KG8 incident came to a close. It saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is a little time to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is my want to pursue the truth, and my want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed. New items unlocked in the gallery, oh. And the menu is now Edgeworth's office. Huh. So these were the episodes here. All of them, all the cases finished in the first game, but we have Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. And we got 5 more cases left in this game. This is the second game. I'm gonna play it immediately right after this. So we're gonna do one big, collection run here. But also I got Days Gone Remastered. We're gonna be doing the first part of that Friday, and wrapping up Men of Valor also. We're gonna be doing Ace Attorney Investigations 2 while we're at it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Do drop a like. It does help the series out a lot. I like this series a lot. I know it's not as popular as some of the other series that I do, but I really love this game. I love the Ace Attorney series. It's one series that I'm extremely passionate about, and I love these games. I never played Ace Attorney Investigations, so this was a lot of fun doing this playthrough. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and I'll have the first part of Ace Attorney Investigations 2 as soon as possible. I'm not going to start a new playlist for that. It'll just still be the same playlist. So this will be, was this part 21 or 22, and the next one will be part 23, or 22. I have to check which one this is. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.